Do you need a sidearm, Joseph?
Yes and no. That's a tough one. If you run an AG and you are well within the limit, even for CQB, you don't need a sidearm. You don't need a sidearm. Is it one of the first things I would buy? Regardless, yes.
Yeah.
Because having a sidearm is like one of the essential things that just you wanna have it. It feels cool to have it. It gives you some extra options. You know, you run out of primary ammo, whatnot. You switch quickly and you hit this guy who just peeked you, and you are so fast that you actually switched and you got him. That doesn't happen too often, but it is a nice thought, and you cannot do that without a sidearm. Also, I would say it depends a lot on your primary.
Yeah.
If you have something bigger, I mean, if you have a sniper rifle, you absolutely need a sidearm. If you have a short, I don't know, AR-15, great for CQB, then it's
Not
less needed.
Also, it's kind of the field. I think in my life I've shot maybe 5 times with a sidearm in a forest. It's like, if you're playing buildings, yeah, sidearms becomes useful and everything. In a forest, it's like you always use your primary. You always have enough room to move around with it, to turn, to... I've never really had the need to pull a pistol in a forest.
I have. I like to use pistol in a forest, actually. From time to time, not all the time. It's like, you know, when you have this small little thingy and you just aim and you send one off and you actually hit at a long distance, or maybe somebody's peeking just with his head, and you actually get it with a sidearm pistol. I think that's one of the cooler things to do.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And you know, it's not like these are too expensive. I mean, yes, some of the better models, they can get expensive, but the basic one, you know, is not gonna break the bank. But then when you are getting a sidearm, you need a holster, you need spare magazines, maybe you wanna change the bucking. If it's not a NOVRITSCH gun, you wanna change the bucking, right? Maybe even if it's a NOVRITSCH gun, because people just like to change buckings no matter what. It can get a bit more expensive, but then, you know, you have this proper thing. It's a gas blowback, so it does all the things a pistol or a gun should do. Replica. Okay, let's not say gun. It's a replica. Gun, not a gun. It's a replica. So it does, you know, that moves the slide and it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because now my question is, do you need a primary? Because I've switched since the SSP5 came out. I've switched. If I'm not recording for another gun or something, I just use pistols. I feel like it's satisfying. It's practical. With the SSP5, I get the same range, power, than a long gun, long replica. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Well, that's also a good question. It's like, do you need a sidearm? Well, do you need a primary when you have a good sidearm? Not really. I also like to run just a pistol. It's very convenient. It doesn't take much space in your backpack. Some of them, like the SSP5, when you already mentioned it, can be really, you know, accurate and powerful. But with that said, I would never, you know, take my girlfriend who never played Airsoft, and I would never give her a pistol just to play with. So
fun fact, I went once to a very proper Airsoft game with my father, and he had a sniper rifle and a pistol. 5 minutes into the game, he just dropped the sniper, and he said full pistol, and that's what he loved doing, you know. And because he had a very good shooting Tokyo Marui, walking like on the field.
Okay, so he was already. Okay.
But like
first time playing.
First time playing. I mean, he once shot me in the garden, you know, this kind of stuff, and he just loved playing. We played for 2 days straight, and he was just using the pistols. It's buildings, of course. It's not in a forest. I would never send someone in a forest with just a pistol. But he just loved it.
There can be like exceptions to the rule. I think this is more of an exception. But really, if I take a beginner,
the thing is, the pistol is very intuitive as well. Not for the accuracy, but the rest is just simple manipulation.
Also, since it's just in your hand, it's very easy to miss.
Yeah, that's
because
what I'm
of
saying.
wrist
Accuracy-wise, it's not the best, but
movement.
for moving around, you're not knocking things around. You're not struggling with where the ejection button is because it's a long gun or the racking or anything. It's just small pistol. You know it all. It fits in your two hands. You can move everywhere. You're very lightweight. There's no extra gear. You don't know where to put your extra magazine. I think it's not that complicated to start with a pistol either.
It's not. It's not. But still, a regular AG is probably the better choice for a complete beginner with a high cap magazine. Just pull the trigger and it goes in the general direction. That's it.
And yeah, now like I keep seeing that like Airsoft is kind of transitioning, not completely. I mean, there's still people that really want the real steel counterparts and exotic looking weapons, but Airsoft is constantly moving to smaller and smaller builds. Like if you look at Speedsoft, you look at all the M4s now where they're building 2-inch barrels.
Well, for a good reason. Yeah. In Airsoft, a super long barrel doesn't give you anything except a little bit more power.
And a tiny bit more grouping.
Yeah, not really. Okay. It doesn't make a big enough difference to justify a long barrel.
Yep.
Let's leave it at that. So a shorter package generally will always be better than, a 20-inch AR-15. We just don't need that.
And especially now with the carbine kits coming out.
Oh yeah, carbine kits. Pistol inside, but a good pistol in a carbine kit is just as powerful.
That factor that you lose that inaccuracy that you have from holding it with two hands up close.
Yes.
But you have three contact points, and there you can properly aim.
Once you have a stock, your life is much, much easier. And then the next step is a red dot. Once you have a stock and a red dot, you are set.
It's a primary.
It's a primary.
Do you even need a primary?
Yeah. So do we even need to discuss primary or secondary when you can have both at the same time?
The high cap carbine kit, really looking forward to that. For sure will become my primary.
That's gonna be cool. Do we have it already? Can we show it? Or not yet?
Check. Let's do some beautiful website navigation. Equipment, gun systems, SSP5.
I'm not sure if it's already there.
The SSP18 carbine kit should be coming out this week.
Oh, this week already.
And for the high cap, still in production, still with the
there it is.
Development magic.
Yeah. But it's obviously a prototype, but this is like your ultimate small package that packs a punch. But what do you think about it? I would like to know your opinion. Like this setup particularly can do up to 3 joules with a 300 millimeter barrel around that and heavy BBs. But it is a pistol. Well, is it? It's a primary, right? I mean, at that point, if you put it in the carbine kit.
If you put it with the 3 joules carbine kit, definitely, I don't think it can be considered a pistol, especially because it's this long. Once you put the 3 joule version,
it gets longer.
It becomes a rifle. But if it's just a pistol inside, I think it's just a pistol with an extra stock. That's all it is. And
which changes it a lot.
It changes it a lot.
And a red dot on top as well. I mean,
this is for sure. I'm already making the SP5 my primary now, but with the carbine kit, this is all I'll be running. Maybe 2 of them, one with the LPVO, one with the red dots. But
of course,
or
the switch scope.
There's the switch scope on it.
You cannot put it on here.
Oh, although you can just extend past the rail, no? It would work.
I want to see that.
But in my eyes, is the end of Airsoft. There's no innovation from that point on. This is the end.
I hope that's not true, because that would be pretty sad.
That's
I mean, not pretty sad.
I mean,
it is exciting, but I don't want to stop here.
Yeah, of course.
There always needs to be more. So yeah, that's the answer to do you need a sidearm, I guess.
Last words.
Completely open.
A sidearm just makes Airsoft so much more fun. So much more opportunity, stuff to play around with, and let's say your gun breaks on the field, you can still play. It's like if your primary just goes down, no battery, no BBs, you can still enjoy the game, and you're not stuck to, I walk 20 minutes to respawn and lose 30 minutes of the game.
I will leave it at this. I always have my sidearm on me, no matter what I'm playing. So I guess I kind of need it.
Yeah, same here.